accredited in stroke care and offers the region's only ER just for kids. Learn more at chihealth.com/St. Elizabeth Emergency.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hi, I'm Scott Miller, Business Development Officer at Midwest Bank's Lincoln branches. As a lifelong Lincolnite with over 30 years of experience in financial management, I'm here to help your business grow and succeed. My focus is building strong relationships with businesses and clients across Lincoln. Because at Midwest Bank, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. Visit us at midwest.bank or stop by one of our Lincoln locations. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Hey guys, this is former UFC fighter and mixed martial artist Anthony Lionheart Smith. The Upside Bar and Lounge in South Lincoln is the go-to spot for every UFC event, prelims, and main card. There's never a cover, so make sure you get there early and stay late. Upside Bar and Lounge has daily specials, a margarita club, and a taco club. And don't forget, they just added Buzz Bowls to their menu. Learn more about upcoming events by visiting UpsideBarLNK.com and stop into their South Lincoln location for every UFC event on 27th and Pine Lake.
A new year means it's time to try new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For the days you don't want to go to the gym, don't worry. Führer's cheese spread is there to cheer you up. And for the days you do get to the gym, why not celebrate when you get back with the best dip around? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Nutrition Authority presents Fusion 30, an ultra premium protein ideal for anyone wanting to look, feel, and perform their best. Fusion 30 can only only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today for a free sample, visit with a certified nutritionist, and get better than internet pricing. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln area. We are going to keep this train rolling in a big way with new half-ton and 4x4 pickup trucks starting at $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You heard that right, $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You pick which one works better for you. Please stop on in the dealership and meet the team or check us out at coppellcars.com. Stock number C280930. All deals with approved credit.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of B.J. Bradford up the floor to Jack Ostrider. Watch out! Lafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good.
It's on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Okay, life is good. I'm good. Swim is good. The weather's good. Swim, I tell you what, I've got some good vibes going on this morning. I feel good this morning. The sunrise was gorgeous. The coffee tastes extra dark and crispy and clean and clear. The toothpaste had an extra vibe with extra zest to it this morning, Swim. It really did. The bag didn't feel as bad like it was beating me up this morning. And you know why, Nick? Because I think about a lot of things. I'm going to tell you why. Now, I have to listen to your Cubs song, Go Cubs Go.
Whoa.
I sing with exuberation. I encourage you. You look at me like I'm from a third world country and can't speak English.
That's
or
not true.
something like that, and then I'm about to rob you. You know what, Swim? I want a little more excitement from you when the black and yellow comes on. I rarely get a chance to be exuberant about my Steelers, and you can't share in that moment with me.
Well, I'm really happy for you.
No, you're not. I can totally see the excitement on your face.
I am.
Not one text from you to say, man, I got 43 texts yesterday after that game. Not one from Swim.
Really? 43?
Dude, I didn't even answer all because I was still in
Well,
shock.
that's why I knew I was going to see you this morning.
What? In our group text, I did. You can see I did respond to our group text. Out of all the ones, I responded to the group text because you guys, I saw you guys are my brothers. Sometimes with you, it's just one-sided.
Can I be 100% honest with you?
Yes.
I fell asleep.
You know what, Swim? After the past week, I would not be surprised. Did you watch any of the game?
AD, my weekend this week involved a lot of sleep.
Because Friday night, you stayed up. Well, you went to bed at what time Saturday morning?
Saturday morning. Friday night.
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. So I left probably, I don't know, one or so in the morning.
You left the bar?
I left the bar at 1 o'clock in the morning.
So you got home. You got to bed about what, 2:15?
Oh, not that late. Probably about 2.
15 minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes earlier. So yeah, I got that. And then Saturday, I thought I was getting sick, in all honesty. I thought I was Saturday night. I had our entire group of friends, they went to the Lincoln Stars game. And I was gonna go and everything. Well, like I was cold, I was uncomfortable, I felt like garbage. I was like, man, I gotta like, man, I don't know if the Stars game like doesn't sound very fun right now. I also have a little bit of a fear of missing out. I have a little bit of FOMO. And so I ended up showering, like getting ready and all that stuff, went over to my buddy's place where we were all meeting. And I was like, as soon as like we all left, I was like, you know what, guys? I was like, I just am not feeling it tonight. I was like, I cannot do it. And I was tired. I was yawning all over the place. I thought I was getting sick. I go back home. I ended up falling asleep at 7 p.m. Fell asleep at 7 p.m., woke up, Well, I worked yesterday. I had to stop on in here yesterday morning at 7 a.m. So I worked from like 6:30 to noon yesterday.
So they're only going on about 5 hours.
So yeah, I
5 hours of sleep.
slept from 7 p.m. Saturday night to about 5:45 was when my alarm rang on Sunday. Came into the station. Then yesterday I fell asleep probably about 10:30, and I woke up at like 7 this morning.
So did you watch the whole entire Steelers game?
No.
You were fall asleep.
I was asleep.
Dude, I knew, just because it's not because I'm Notre Dame, it's just the body. That Vegas, and I was telling Bach in Austin, I said, he'll be good. I said, but it's the next few days after he gets back, the body's going to say, it's time.
I was going through it.
And then your immune system is down a little bit.
Yeah.
From being up, 2-hour time zone, you're ripping and running, all those things. So I knew those days following after.
But we're here. We're refreshed. Nebraska basketball is about to be a top 10 team. You guys, the Steelers, are in the playoffs.
Swim, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't yell.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't run. I was sitting there just seriously in shock. So first of all, Boswell, I know we got the NFL more tomorrow, which we will discuss, but when Boswell, he had a shaky game last week against Cleveland too. Missed 2 field goals there. Game before then, I think I forget who it was, Baltimore, maybe Detroit. Anyway, he missed the extra point. Boswell doesn't miss many extra points.
No.
And it's 26-24, 55 seconds left. Pittsburgh was mismanaging their timeouts like a novice coaching staff. So they had no timeouts left after that. So they couldn't stop it, couldn't ice the guy or anything. So in true Lamar fashion, Lamar Jackson, which I hope the critics can shut the heck up about Lamar Jackson. I'm like, what is all this even coming from? First of all, this is Lamar Jackson. Made us look silly a number of times where there were 2 sacks they had him literally in the graphs. Highsmith had one. I forget who had the other one. But anyway, I'm thinking this is over. They get the tight end affair, whatever his name, like the past affair, whatever his name is, number 80.
Yeah.
Loop comes on, and I'm thinking, it's a wrap. He hooks it right.
Yeah.
Swim, nothing came out of my mouth. I just said this. Are you freaking kidding me?
It honestly looked like my driver yesterday. Not really, but
duck hook and everything right?
Well, no, it wasn't a duck hook because it was a kind of a push.
Yeah,
it was a push to the right. No, yesterday I was kind of dialed. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, I'm glad we're going to discuss that too. And Dave says, Swim was too busy golfing with the different friends group.
Oh, yeah.
But Swim, I'm serious. I'm still in shock. I stayed up way past my bedtime.
Yeah, you did just to watch it.
Yeah, it was.
You stayed up past your bedtime.
Way past my bedtime, but I was not going to bed on this. And just text with my family. Our group text from everybody around the country, Pittsburgh, Bama, here, Florida. It was just.
How are you feeling this morning?
I didn't get to bed until probably last time I looked at that, I was watching a highlight and watching Van Pelt. And last time I looked at the clock, it was 12:15.
Oh my.
And so the clock went off at 3:30.
Yeah.
And I laid there for about 5 minutes, and I'm like, if I lay down another 5, it's going to be a wrap. So I just got up and got rolling. So I'll be in bed early at night. But dude, I'm still in shock. I don't know what they do a week from Monday, but like they got there. They got there. Which is more than a lot of teams can say. All 7 seeds have been set for both sides of it. Obviously, your Broncos and your Seahawks are the number 1 seeds in their respective conferences. So, Swim, I can't wait to dive into this more on. But I want to give a shout out to my brother Daniel. Man, Daniel hooked me up with the Steeler hat, Steeler scarf. DP, thanks for the Franco Harris jersey a few years back. I was like, you know what? I got to bring it out. It's not often I can do that, but yeah, I was pumped. They finally got it done. Had a lot of Ravens fans last week that had some choice words for me.
Oh yeah,
it's about to be, and it's all good fun though. But man, I'm just still blown away that the Bird got it done last night, man.
Yeah.
Swim, women, ladies basketball got it done as well. We got a full show. We got a guest at 9:30, 10 o'clock. It'll be all Nebraska. Basketball, as far as that goes, the big upset. I didn't tell an upset because we were favored to win. So I don't want to say upset. I'm just so used to saying upset, Swim, that is just part of my vernacular when it comes to Nebraska basketball. All this is still new for all of us as Nebraska has 18-game winning streak, the longest in the nation, going clear back to Vegas up until Friday night when they took care of number 9 ranked Michigan State. We were actually favored in that game, so we'll discuss that a lot at the 10 o'clock hour. Real quick, Swim, obviously we have the portal discussion going on.
Yeah.
We've got the full list of guys who have currently entered the portal. Obviously, we have news who Nebraska officially
it seems like the official word is out on quarterback. We'll discuss that as well. There'll be a lot more movement because here we are, the 5th. There's 11 days left of this. 16th, right? Am I correct on the 16th?
Yes.
So 11 more days left of this. There's a number of guys in. I'd say Penn State is signing up Iowa State Cyclones like crazy. Iowa State's rosters continue to be just actually depleted. They'll have a lot of work to do there, as well as other schools. So we'll discuss that as well. Swim, the women's basketball, I had a chance to watch that yesterday at 10 o'clock p.m. The ladies end up taking care of business. But Swim, here's the one thing I'm going to say. I'm not going to be a boogaboo, but a little bit I am. The turnovers consistently for the 3rd straight game have been an issue for Nebraska basketball. Does that concern you? Because they had 15 against USC, 18 against the loss against Iowa, and then 15, I believe, again yesterday against Purdue. In a team they handled, they would get close here and there. Then they eventually just, I think the highest they got up at one point was either 10 to 12 points, give or take. But still, Swim, just as good as they are and as disciplined as they are, it's been somewhat of a head scratcher for me to see the ladies be so careless with the ball at times.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Nebraska still wins yesterday against Purdue 78-62 over the Boilermakers, and they still get the job done. Britt Prince leads the way, I think, with 17 points, if I remember correctly. I look at this, 80, the turnovers, do they concern me? I'm not there yet. Because I think that this is something to be said about Nebraska women's basketball. They have had a relatively easier path to the conference slate than other teams have. They didn't get tested a whole lot in the non-con, and so there was a clear talent gap, I would say, between Nebraska and whoever they played in the non-conference slate. And so, right, like maybe there was a couple of games, like I know they played Virginia down in Florida in one of their early season tournaments where it was, obviously a little more evenly matched, but other than that, I mean, you're not going to get a great gauge on your talent level against USC Upstate, right? And so I think with Nebraska women's basketball specifically, I'm not super concerned about the turnovers right now. I think the biggest thing for me is just trying to figure out ways to get their legs underneath them against better competition, right? This is the Big Ten Conference now. The Big Ten Conference is really, really talented at women's basketball. We saw that earlier this week with USC and Iowa. It was a much needed win. It was their 3rd game in 7 days that Nebraska basketball had to play yesterday. And, at the end of the day, today, when the rankings come out, they went 1-2 in the last week, but their 2 losses were against ranked teams, one of them being on the road. And so ultimately, I think Nebraska is going to be okay. The guard play I trust in, right? Like I trust in Britt Prince to be able to hold on to the ball when it matters most and stuff. And so I think you hope that Nebraska, as they get better accustomed to some of the talent and some of the teams that they're playing against here, I think you hope that they're going to be able to adjust a little bit cleaner.
Yeah, I'm hoping they adjust, which I think they will. I'm only going to push back on you. I am concerned with the turnovers. Because
after just 3 games, though,
and 2 of which they lost
against 2 top 20 teams.
Exactly. But saying if they're going to beat those teams, you got to reduce those turnovers. That is my main concern with Nebraska women's basketball. Do I think they can do it? Yes, I do think they can do it. But you have got to get rid of the turnover boogaboo, because those things will they will cost you against better competition, what you did against USC and what you did against Iowa. They take on Nebraska's next late game. They take on Indiana. Indiana, I think overall is 11-2 or 3, 11-5.
Yep.
But they're 0-4 in the conference right now, though. So that will be a matchup to keep your eyes on for the Huskers. Again, I just want to see them take care of the ball better. All the other facets of the game, Swim, I think they're doing good. Bench play, they're doing great. Williams, Kennedy Williams was a good off the bench yesterday. A number of players were good off the bench for Nebraska yesterday. So that part is good. Hake, she had 13 points. Maupin added 11 points. 3 starters in double figures. So they had offensive balance. That is it was nice to have Hargrove back as well.
Yep.
She was instrumental. She scored 13 points off the bench, of course, after miss. I don't know. Why did she miss the Iowa game? Was he a flu bug?
Just undisclosed.
Okay,
it was undisclosed injury.
Okay.
Yep.
So it was good to have her back as well. So the Huskers tip off 7 p.m. At PBA, and that'll be on Big Ten Plus as far as that goes. So Nebraska answered adversity with poise. They showed that yesterday. They were balanced. And that's what you want to see when Nebraska hitting back in a conference play, because as you mentioned, from that schedule does not get easier.
Well, we're about to find out. Nebraska, obviously, the Indiana game, they should be fine on Thursday night when they host the Hoosiers. But then that sets up two big ones. Next Sunday, January 11th at 6 p.m. This is the one. Normally, Nebraska women's basketball advertises like one big game that, hey, like this is our PAC PBA game. This is our Caitlin Clark and Iowa comes to PBA type of game. And that's Sunday, January 11th. Number 4 UCLA comes to Lincoln, and they face off against the Huskers. And Nebraska, it's a huge opportunity as you hope to take care of business Thursday against Indiana. Then you host top 5 UCLA at home at 6 p.m. on Sunday night. And then you follow that up with a road game against 24th ranked Michigan State. And so I just think that you're going to learn a little bit more about Nebraska. That's why I think it's still early in the season, in the conference season as well, that Nebraska is going to be an NCAA tournament team. They're 13-2 right now. They're going to be comfortably in. It's just a matter of difference from men's basketball. I don't think we've seen Nebraska women's basketball hit their ceiling yet. That's why I think I have confidence in that they're and less concerned about maybe some of the mistakes they're making, because I don't think we've seen Nebraska women's basketball hit their ceiling yet. And so a lot of people, that's one of the biggest concerns that a lot of fans have with men's basketball, is they're concerned that they have hit their ceiling too early. And you want to be playing your best basketball in February and March, obviously.
So as you mentioned, their schedule, Nebraska women, we're going to find out what that ceiling is pretty quick, because the next few teams they ranked are in the top 5, top 6 in the Big Ten Conference, and UCLA on the 11th, as you mentioned, Michigan State on the 15th. 21st, they take on Wisconsin at Michigan State's in East Lansing, Wisconsin's in Madison. Then they take on Illinois. So like you mentioned, that's going to be a stretch in 13 days of all top-tier teams of the Big Ten. So it's going to be fun to watch them play. And I would agree with you that I don't think the ceiling is definitely being hit. We're going to see a lot more about what they're made of coming up pretty quick. Folks, we've got a lot to discuss with you on today. Of course, Swim, let me ask you this. Before we dive into, we'll talk about this at 10 o'clock. Before we go to break, you were watching the game down here at Downtown Establishment.
I was.
Was the place just nuts?
Yeah, it was fun.
So downtown eateries and pubs.
I'm telling
made
you,
some loot.
I have a lot of, and they might not be hot takes. I would call lukewarm takes. It felt like a big Husker football game day down here on Friday night. After the game, it felt like Nebraska basketball was Nebraska football that just won a game.
I love it.
Over a top 25 opponent.
I love it.
That's what it felt like. And maybe there's people out there that disagree. I'm telling you, there was.
How you felt? That's all.
No. I'm saying that there was a lot of people that were in the same line of thinking, and there were a lot of people saying, I'm not even concerned about football anymore. It was we want Nebraska to be a basketball school. I think also there was a lot of people that booked hotels and traveling to Oklahoma City and St. Louis on Friday night. Because Nebraska, that's more than likely the spot, one of the spots that Nebraska basketball will play the NCAA tournament regionals at. And
where are the two places?
Oklahoma City and Bricktown and St. Louis, and which is driving distance. And if we know anything about Husker fans,
very quick flight.
Very quick flight.
Man,
I don't know.
This just seems weird they're even discussing this, though, Swim, isn't it? That Nebraska is
here's
in
the deal.
This conversation.
AD. So Bart Torvik, who is one of the gurus of bracketology and things like that, Nebraska a 100% chance to make the NCAA tournament. There's that. Seth Davis, who's also the ESPN bracketologist, one of them, in addition to Joe Lunardi,
right?
Said that he does this thing where he puts teams in Sharpie when he thinks they're locks. And on Friday night after the Husker game, he said Nebraska Sharpie.
Man.
So I don't know, guys. There's tickets are becoming tougher to get. Number one, tickets are going up in price.
Yes, they are
dramatically, rightfully so. And we are starting. I would also say this: talking to businesses, talking to local folks around it. They are just excited to see what they can do in the next couple of weeks. Like there's watch parties. There are places having watch parties for Husker basketball tonight.
I love
a game that's that's taking place on January 5th.
Is mind-blowing. I love it. I love every bit of it. I love it for Fred. I love it for those kids.
Man.
Cupsker, good morning. He goes, here we go, Steelers. Yes, indeed, brother. And he also says if they get into the tourney within 5 hours of me here in Kansas, I am going. Thomas and Lincoln, good morning to you, my brother. AD, Pittsburgh and Carolina are in, and the Lions are out. It does seem weird.
They
brother.
are. They are.
Does seem
But
weird.
you know who I can't wait to talk. And now, granted, he has the overarching power over me because his Bears made the playoffs. But our next guest is a Bears fan, and
But he's got some deep roots as well to the Ravens.
Yes, that's true. He is a Bears fan, and the Lions got the job done against the Bears yesterday.
Yeah,
there he is. But the Bears got the playoffs.
Yeah, and Bears didn't need to. I mean, they were
1, 2, 3 Cancun. So, yeah.
Folks, it's The Drive. It is Monday. It's a beautiful Monday morning. We'll be back with our guests. It's The Drive, 937 Ticket.
If you're tired of the dieting circuit paradox but still want to look, feel, and perform better, you need to get to Nutrition Authority and ask about our nutrition coaching featuring LifeBase. LifeBase takes the complex world of nutrition and makes it simple with real results that last. Stop in to learn more or check us out on mynutritionauthority.com.
An emergency can happen any moment. Here's a few seconds to think about where you'd go. At CHI Health, we stand ready to care for any emergency. Our specialists provide expert care when you need it most, and believe healing is more powerful when delivered with human kindness. When seconds matter, know CHI Health St. Elizabeth is accredited in stroke care and offers the region's only ER just for kids. Learn more at chihealth.com/St. Elizabeth Emergency.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Hey guys, this is former UFC fighter and mixed martial artist Anthony Lionheart Smith. The Upside Bar and Lounge in South Lincoln is the go-to spot for every UFC event, prelims, and main card. There's never a cover, so make sure you get there early and stay late. Upside Bar and Lounge has daily specials, a margarita club, and a taco club. And don't forget, they just added Buzz Bowls to their menu. Learn more about upcoming events by visiting UpsideBarLNK.com and stop into their South Lincoln location for every UFC event on 27th and Pine Lake.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320. A new year means it's time to try new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For the days you don't want to go to the gym, don't worry. Führer's cheese spread is there to cheer you up. And for the days you do get to the gym, why not celebrate when you get back with the best dip around? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see increasing clouds throughout the day and light winds. The afternoon high near 56. Tonight, mainly clear skies and light winds, low around 34. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies with a light breeze. And your afternoon high returning to 56. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Miller, Business Development Officer at Midwest Bank's Lincoln branches. As a lifelong Lincolnite with over 30 years of experience in financial management, I'm here to help your business grow and succeed. My focus is building strong relationships with businesses and clients across Lincoln. Because at Midwest Bank, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. Visit us at midwest.bank or stop by one of our Lincoln locations. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Boyd Farm Outfitters. Farmers, you need to know about Green Eye Spot Spray. With Green Eye, we replace your existing spray boom with a brand new aluminum boom equipped with camera technology that identifies and sprays only weeds and not your crop. The boom comes with 2 spray lines so you can still broadcast residual herbicide while you're spot spraying weeds that are up. Green Eye users in Nebraska are saving a ton of money on herbicides, but that's just the beginning. Learn more at BoydFarmOutfitters.com. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to start strong, so you can give everything you've got. From plate-loaded strength equipment and functional training areas to treadmills, stair climbers, and free weights. Our equipment is best in class, and our clubs are right around the corner, so you can make this your strongest year yet. Join the club today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 9th. Are you coming? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at SartorHeyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Magnificent Monday. It is brought to you by Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services. Jack has been a well-respected representative since 1999. You can help protect your home, your vehicle, your family, even your future. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100 or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or in Seward and learn how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you. Folks, we got a great guest in the house. We got my main man, Jeff Essing, co-owner, him and his wife, Nicole, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, locations in both East Lincoln and South Lincoln, one on Meadow Lane, 70th and Vine Street. The other one's on 40th and Yankee Hill Road, where I got my butt absolutely handed to me this morning.
Christy.
Christy beat me up pretty bad this morning, especially after about 3.5 hours of sleep. It was a rough morning.
It was hard for me to sleep too a little bit last night, but for different reasons.
Jeff, you were caught in the middle. Of course, you know, again, folks, Jeff is the co-owner of Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping here. We'll get into that here in a second. But Jeff is a diehard, lifelong Bears fan. But his son, Ben, is a diehard Ravens fan. In fact, Jeff and Ben went to a Ravens game earlier this year.
Last year. Saw Buffalo, Baltimore.
Jeff, tell me that the household last night with you and Ben watching the Ravens versus Steelers.
Well, it was. You know, they start off touchdown opening drive, like look great, 7-0 Baltimore. You know, and watching as much Ravens football as we do, we kind of know how these things go with Baltimore, right? So it's 10-3. Lamar does a QB draw for 25 yards, gets called back on a suspect holding.
That was not a hold.
Yeah, right. And then they just fall
like
apart.
Just like the Steelers was not a pick either.
It's just kind of, just things like that. So I'm like, okay, they could have went up 17-3. They don't. It's just, and then it was kind of quiet in our house. For like you were talking about, you didn't think the Steelers were going to win.
No.
we were sitting there thinking the Ravens were going to win. Like, we've just seen it.
Franchise fans who've been
Right.
hurt over the years.
You just seen it so many times.
Yeah.
In the last, since Lamar's been the quarterback, like how many heartbreaking losses they've had. I mean, Andrews drops the 2-point conversion in Buffalo last year. Zay fumbles at the half-yard line against the Chiefs in the AFC Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Huntley fumbles going in for a touchdown against the Bengals. They return it 100 yards.
About that one.
Like, it seems like every year, like the final play of the Ravens season, we're just in the house, just like,
gut punches.
You're kidding me. And there it was last night. So roller coaster of emotions both ways.
Yeah.
Steelers fans thinking, oh, it's 4th and 7. We got it. They throw a big pass. You're like, he's going to make this.
You know what I expected, Jeff, on the 4th and 7? For the Ravens just score.
Steelers
Steelers blow a coverage and Flowers is running wide open by himself or something like that.
It was almost like each team was like trying not to win. Like the blown coverages for Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
The guy falls for Baltimore. Your guy misses the extra. Boswell misses his first extra point in almost 3 years.
Yeah.
And then, they line up and the Ravens just whoop. And then what was funny was we have this lamp in our house in the living room. It's on a timer.
It's still there, right?
Well, yeah, no, it's there. But it goes off at 10 p.m. because it's set on a timer. So light goes off and the Ravens are in that final drive. And my daughter's over watching. She's a Ravens fan too. And so there's no lights on in the living room, just the TV. The kick goes in. And so Katie gets up. She has to get her stuff to leave. And Ben's just like, I'm going in my room. He turns the TV off. It's just pitch black in the living room. Like the door slams and he's just in his room. I was like, let me get the light so you can see, get your stuff in. I mean, so that's how it was in my house. It was not good, but he's young. He handles this better than I do, or you do probably. Like,
Well, Swim is like I told Jeff that I didn't yell when Boswell missed it. I just says, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
I just kept saying to myself, "Are you kidding me?" Just like I'm saying it right now. The whole fourth quarter, I was composed, and when Luke missed it, I just said, "Unbelievable."
Yeah.
Just like this, I said, "Unbelievable."
That's what's so great about sports is like, I like watching the best of the best. And, we were talking earlier at the gym, like if he makes that field goal, it just affects millions of people, right?
Yeah.
Because you're in here this morning just down. What's going to happen? We got Rodgers, Tomlin. Like now you're just questioning everything about the organization, right?
And now he gets to play one playoff game before they're eliminated.
See what he does, man.
I was about ready to send that jab earlier, but I waited. I let you have your 30 minutes.
He just.
But
when,
you know what?
When Detroit
They're in.
wins.
They are in.
I'm like, man, good job, Swim. Hey, when the Steelers, he looked at me like I was crazy this morning. Hey, AD, nice win for your team last night.
That's not why I looked at you crazy.
50 text messages from people
So
who
you've had
barely know,
7 more.
who were simply saying, "Hey, man, good win for your squad." Not that I had anything to do, but they know I'm a Steelers fan.
Right.
So out of courtesy, I would think my co-host would say, "Hey, man, what do you get that on for? Oh, they got one more game."
Well, no, you want to know why I looked at you?
I'm going to choke the hell out of you with this scarf on. That's what I'm going to do.
Did you hear this? Do you want to know why I looked at you like that? It's because you played audio out of your phone. I hate when you play audio out of your phone into the microphone, and yet you still do it.
This break is going to be a big
It is. I've been watching Peaky Blinders. I got a couple things under my sleeve.
Well,
You're like, come on.
Yeah.
Nick's still a little upset because if Pittsburgh wouldn't have beaten Detroit would be in the playoffs right now.
That is absolutely true.
Yeah.
And Green Bay would be out.
That is true.
Well,
so he's still a little upset about it.
Yeah, we got a lot to discuss tomorrow in the NFL because there's going to be there's also we'll talk more about this tomorrow because there'll be more. Black Monday arrived early.
Yeah.
For Cleveland, arrived early for Atlanta as well. Raheem gave a press conference, and an hour later, he was gone.
Raheem gave a press conference, hugged the owner and his family as soon as he got off the podium, and 2 hours later got canned.
Yeah, he was done.
Well, and you think you win 4 games in the season, you're like, look at we got some momentum, and
with a backup quarterback.
But the GM's out too. GM's out.
There'll be more today. I've seen where Zach Taylor, I believe, is safe though there in Cincy. I hope they surround. I don't want to go too far down this rabbit hole. We'll talk a lot about it tomorrow.
Right.
Jeff, January 10th in 5 days. And appreciate you asking me to come out. I always love sharing. And I appreciate how you always you give me some time, to just think about it and to do it. But I always love sharing for the new folks that are coming in. How many of you got enrolled so far to start January 10th?
We're at about 55 people so
wow.
far that are going to be doing the 10-week challenge that starts in just on Saturday.
What's the numbers at both gyms?
We have a little bit more at Yankee Ridge, a little bit higher, but morning classes are pretty busy.
Okay.
And a lot of people have already started because they did the Black Friday deal. So most people have already in the gym, getting acclimated and, getting into their routines. So, but yeah, it's going to be a great challenge. January 9th is Quitter's Day.
Yes, it is.
So that's coming up here in 4 days. So you started your New Year's resolutions, and you better me. Now I'm not a huge, and I've talked to you about this before. I'm not a huge guy on New Year's resolutions, just because we know when the clock hits midnight, our minds don't just magically transform into something different.
Right.
But it's still one of those things. It is kind of a new beginning, new fresh start. So if you have a goal of, maybe not just losing weight, but focusing on your health, your mental health, because the gym helps with that also. And you've never done Farrell's before, give us a shot. It's only 10 weeks of your life, right?
Jeff, one of the things I like about Farrell's the most is the community aspect that you have built into there. And I've been a member, how long now? Since you've been here?
Gosh, we've been here it'll be 8 years in February.
So I was 8 years. I came back when Jeff reached out to me. Thanks. A big shout out to TC for connecting me and Jeff. And then I was a member before then, but I think I was away for a couple years. I know I was away for a couple years. And I enjoy going to the class. And Jeff mentioned Quitter's Day. And I think that's huge. Jeff, just kind of let people, let's say they're kind of on the fence right now. They're just saying, man, I'd like to come, but my schedule, that's a big one. I don't have the time. What is your rebuttal? And it's not a rebuttal, it's the truth. What is your rebuttal that people to say, I don't have time?
So, we're talking 45 minutes a day. So basically an hour of time, leaving your house, coming to the gym, going home, right? 1 hour. We have 24 hours in a day, right? Obviously we need to get our sleep, but if you don't have 1 hour to take care of yourself, that's a problem, right? It's a big problem, because if we're run down and we're not taking care of ourselves, then we're not going to be the best versions of ourselves for our spouses, for our kids, for our employees, for our jobs, the things that we do. So we need to make ourselves a priority. And again, when you enroll to do the 10-week challenge, you're not signing a lifetime contract.
Right.
You're locked in for the next 20 years. It's 10 weeks, right? Some people use it as a jump start. They've just kind of been in a rut and they need something to kind of kick them in the pants to get them started. And then they'll go back to doing, whatever they were doing before. And then some will start with us thinking, I'm only going to do this for 10 weeks. And they're here 15 years later.
Right.
So it's you're just committing to 10 weeks. What I really love about the 10-week challenge is you have a starting point and an ending point. Okay. Initially, right? When you just go start, I'm just going to start working out, and you don't have that, then you're not as focused.
Right.
It's like, I missed a couple days, not a big deal. But when you do the challenge, that, hey, I'm going to get my picture taken in 10 weeks. I'm stepping on this scale. I can even win $1,000 if I have the best transformation. So it really gets people locked in and focused just for those 10 weeks. And really it's about building good habits over the 10 weeks that when it's done, you can take those habits with you no matter what you're doing for your health and fitness, whether you're at Farrell's or you go somewhere else, but it's just kind of starting small. And we try to teach you long-term sustainability. We do kickboxing, which is awesome, strength training, and the nutrition component, which nutrition is 70% of your results. No matter where you go to work out, any of these awesome gyms in Lincoln can give you great workouts. But your change really comes what you do outside of the gym, not inside, right? You can go, you go to Genesis, you can go and lift, but if you leave and hit up McDonald's and get some McGriddles and large Coke, right? You're not
also very close to there, by the way.
You're not going to see those changes that you want. So what we do with nutrition is, we have a nutrition program for all of our members, and, we have people log their food and we look it over and give them suggestions and tips and try to teach them how to eat sustainably. Like, we don't just give people a printout and say, here, you're going to eat this for the next 10 weeks, because we want people to learn over the 10 weeks.
Right.
So when it's over and you're not in a challenge anymore, you've developed those habits and you've learned how to fuel your body and not overeat, and learning what good carbs are and bad carbs and healthy fats and non-healthy fats. So after the challenge is over, you can keep making good choices,
right,
for a long term, not just a short term quick fix, which is really what we struggle against, is the short term quick fix things that are out there,
Matthew Lincoln, good morning. He goes, shout out to the Essex family. Love you guys. Matt, I know they love you too. We appreciate you, man. Who else? Somebody mentioned something else, but I'll get to it in a second. Harold Spears, good morning, Harold. So all I could think of last night was Ben freaking out, Nicole trying to sleep. Thought about the game. Jeff, we talked about schedule.
Yeah.
What about injury? Because one thing that I do, as you know, my schedule at Farrell's is I go to the 7 a.m. kickboxing class. I love it. It's 30 minutes. For the people who are saying, okay, I'm pressed for time. Now, I know that class isn't offered as much.
Right.
But it's the 7 a.m. 30-minute class is at 7 a.m. at Yankee Ridge.
And both gyms.
At both gyms.
Yeah, both
so
gyms.
it's 7 a.m. at Yankee Ridge and at 7 a.m. as well as Meadow Lane, 70th and Vine. That's just a 30-minute class. But the other ones are 45 minutes. What about injury? Because me and my buddy Ronnie is just back from injury. As you know, Jeff, my number of injuries that I've had, obviously the delays in 2021 with cancer and then the back surgery where I was definitely out. Someone may say, you know what, Aaron, I've had hip replacement. I've had shoulder replacement. I can't kick anymore. Jeff, one thing that I do is I just kick in place. I don't kick the bag anymore.
Kick to the side.
I just kick to the side. For people who have sustained some injuries that still would love to maybe they can punch well, but maybe it's lower. Maybe it's upper. They still kick, but it's just upper. What can they do to circumvent somewhat of the kicking and the kickboxing if they have injuries?
So it's just about making modifications. Like, and look at Ron, right?
Yep.
He's had hip replacement, shoulder replacement. 73. Just had groin surgery, and he's working his way back. But the great thing about Farrell's is when you're on the bag for kickboxing, it's just you in the bag.
That's right.
You're not in a race against anybody. And, we have a gal, Kirsten, starting back here doing the challenge. She just had spinal fusion surgery, right?
Wow.
So she can't do a lot of twisting. And I'm like, that's okay. You can punch, you just kick to the side.
Right.
You can do all the strength training exercises, which is a little bit more important anyway than kickboxing when we're looking to change the way we look and feel. But yeah, we have people that have all kinds of injuries. You're a good example of those.
Yeah.
Your back issues and that type of thing. But it's just, don't be afraid to try it.
Right.
Because that holds us back sometimes.
Jeff, I'm going to tell you something before we get the kind of the details, how people can sign up. Working out, I want you to think about this, you folks that are thinking about it. Working out is not something you do. You want to make it to who you are.
Right.
This is who I am. I am a person of fitness. Regardless of where you're at in your journey, it's non-negotiable for me. I made it non-negotiable because if you have to think about it, you'll think about it.
You'll think yourself out of
You'll
it.
think yourself out of it. I am good at manufacturing excuses. So folks,
as we all are.
We all are. So folks, don't make it something you do. Make it to the point to where it becomes who you are. Jeff, with that being said, what's the price? When's the deadline? How do they find out more?
So a couple different ways. You can go to fxblincoln.com. That's our website there. There'll be a form you can fill out. That goes to me directly, so I would be the one contacting you. 10-week challenge is normally $449, but we are doing $150 off for ticket listeners. So you're looking at $299 for 10 weeks. That comes with gloves and wraps that are about a $50 value. So if you're looking at classes, it's about $249 for 10 weeks. 60 classes, you're looking at $3-4 a class, right? That is some coffee. So if you replace your daily trip to, wherever you go to get your morning fix, you can go get your fix at the gym instead.
Which will pay dividends.
Right. Long term. And again, you guys, it's hard, right? 10 weeks is hard to commit to. Some of you are out there thinking, well, I'm going to go on a trip. I got there's never going to be a perfect 10 weeks out of the year where you have nothing going on.
Right.
There's always something going on.
Mm.
And when people tell me, well, I'm going to be gone for a week in February. Well, it's better to work out for 9 weeks of the 10-week challenge than wait till April and start then.
Absolutely.
Because you're going to feel so much better.
Mhm.
We just had two ladies on our show yesterday, Mandy and Angela, who just finished up their 1 year national challenge, the one that Mark won a couple years ago.
Absolutely.
So they just finished their 1 year challenge, and I want to kind of pull up some stats for
Yeah,
them.
definitely.
If I can find their pictures. Okay, so Mandy, her body fat percentage in 1 year went from 42.9 to 19.7.
Holy smokes.
42.9
to 19%.
Yep. She lost 38 inches total.
Wow.
And I have her pictures I can show you, AD.
Wow.
And then our other gal, Angela.
That is impressive.
Where's hers? She had some pretty cool changes too. Pretty awesome changes.
I'm still tripping. She went from
right here.
42 to 19.
Angela went from 35% body fat to 16.9.
Wow.
And lost 26 inches. So, and both of them, if you want to check out our show, we're
Yes.
Fitness Fanatics.
Yes.
You can go to Ticket Weekends. They were on telling their transformation stories, and both of them, when they first started, thought, "Oh, I'm just going to do the 10 weeks." They were nervous about it, and they made the decision to do the national challenge, which you can win $10,000 in the national challenge. And now they can't think of not going to the gym to work out.
Mm-hmm.
Went from not doing anything to now it's like you said, it's part of their routine.
Right.
They get up, they get breakfast, they go work out, and that's how they start their day. But it's hard for people to find something that they like.
Right.
And not everybody's going to like Farrell's. And if you don't like it, that's okay.
Right.
Because you're only committing for 10 weeks.
That's right.
And you can go try something else.
This might be someone from Oklahoma, 6732. Last question before we get out. Does your guest sell his nutritional plans if someone's interested, just the nutritional component?
Not really something that we've offered in the past.
But if they go to your website.
Yeah. If you reach out, we can help you. It's our nutrition plan is, it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to follow. It's not anything calorie restrictive or low carb or anything like that. But if somebody's in Oklahoma,
your online class,
we also do a virtual program.
Yes.
So we actually have somebody living in Florida that's doing the 10-week challenge coming up. We have a couple people that live out in rural Nebraska that are 2 hours away from Farrell's. So we have a 100% virtual program as well. We have members in California, North Dakota, Virginia, Florida, that everything is done online. It's not the same as being in the gym, but what you do get for the virtual challenge is you do get all the nutrition coaching, you get all the classes, you get the support of Nicole and I that can help you along the way. So you're really not on your own trying to figure everything out.
I love that component, you guys, because when I'm on the road, and if it happens to be on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, I'll just log in to the online portal. They've got a cache of classes, just a repository of classes they have on there. And I'll do one for 30 minutes in my hotel room or take my iPad down to the gym that I'm at. And it's regardless of where you're at. So really, they've eliminated any excuse that you could possibly put in or any reservation. Sometimes they're not excuses. Some people are just curious and want to know how I can do my schedule. Jeff and Nicole have created a system regardless of where you live, regardless of what time you want to do it. They have that covered for you. So again,
well, in AD, we have a 4 a.m. class.
Yes.
Right? What are you doing at 4 a.m.? Oh, I'm sleeping. That's great. If it's important to you,
you'll find a way.
Just like you always say, strong reasons, weaken excuses.
Absolutely. Got to make the reason strong. If the reasons aren't strong, the excuses will become stronger. And you'll be just like who you were and who you are. So, folks, again, Jeff, I think if you want to follow, Jeff, how do they contact you via phone again?
You can text me directly, 402-310-4026. You can go to fxblincoln.com. Again, we got a week to go yet. So if you're interested, hit me up and I'll answer any questions that you have. But we'd love to have you and love to have you try out our location. And again, we also have our radio show, Fitness Fanatics, every Sunday from 9 to 11. We're going on year 4 in March.
Love it, man. Folks, Jeff Essink and Nicole Essink, owners of Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping. Give them a ring. Folks, do it for your future. Your future self is going to thank you.
And hey,
say that
Nick,
right now.
Bear down, baby.
There it is.
Folks, we'll be right back. We'll talk Nebraska's victory over Michigan State. And they face Ohio State tonight in Columbus. We'll be right back.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see increasing clouds throughout the day and light winds. The afternoon high near 56. Tonight, mainly clear skies and light winds, low around 34. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies with a light breeze and an afternoon high returning to 56. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
A new season, a home crowd, a fresh start. Love Nebraska opens its 2026 home schedule on Sunday, January 11th at Baxter Arena, hosting Love Houston in the home opener. First serve is set for 3 p.m., and the excitement starts the moment the doors open. Don't miss the chance to see elite professional volleyball featuring Olympians, All-Americans, national champions, and more as the season officially gets underway. It's opening night, Nebraska. Be there. Get tickets now at lovneb.com/tickets.
Nutrition Authority invites you to check out the top-selling Epic Effects. Epic Effects is designed to help blast body fat, curb cravings, and provide smooth energy so you can cruise through the day. Home of free samples and better-than-internet pricing, Epic Effects can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, to brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Is your furnace ready for the cold winter? Call the pros at Bryant. No matter what make or model, Bryant will perform a thorough heating check, giving you peace of mind, or steps to ensure a warm home throughout the season. Bryant also offers free second opinion heat exchange checks. Before you spend thousands on a new furnace, let Bryant check it free. Anytime you need furnace service or repair, just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
A new year means it's time to try new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For the days you don't want to go to the gym, don't worry. Führer's cheese spread is there to cheer you up. And for the days you do get to the gym, why not celebrate when you get back with the best dip around? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table. Hey, Lincoln and the surrounding area. Yin and Yang Acupuncture and Rune Wind Healing Arts is now open at 1701 South 17th Street in Suite 3G and ready to help you improve your general health. If you're experiencing pain, headaches, or any other issues, give Yin and Yang Acupuncture a call today at 402-480-1014 to schedule your appointment. For those struggling with deep tissue pain or just need an experienced massage therapist to melt the stress away, call Rune Wind Healing Arts at 402-601-9721 and schedule your appointment now. Visit Yin and Yang Acupuncture and Rune Wind Healing Arts today in Lincoln at 1701 South 17th Street in Suite 3G.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we're back for a very quick segment, a very quick history segment. It's an interesting one. In 1956, this is Nebraska football history, Oklahoma assistant Pete Elliott 29 years old, formally accepts Nebraska's coaching offer.
Wow.
Swim, this was so cool reading about this, man. Okay, since you kind of gave me one last week, which is pretty cool. 3-year contract.
Oh,
1956.
Gosh, dang it.
What do you think, Pete Elliott? He played at Michigan.
Okay.
All right. His brother played at Michigan as well. His dad was a coach at Northwestern Wesleyan or something like that is where his dad coached that. I was looking this up this morning. And it was interesting just thinking about how times have changed, how different things are.
What year are we in?
This is 1956. 3-year deal. Pete Elliott, they hired him from Oklahoma in 1956. Pete Elliott was 29 years old, officially accepted Nebraska's offers.
I'm
a 3-year deal.
I'm going to say somewhere between 15 and 25 grand.
It's a little high. The 15 part was close.
Okay.
3 years. It was a $12,000 deal.
$12,000
annual salary for Coach Elliott for a 3-year period. So
wow.
$36,000. No, you could have been right. Were you saying 12 to 15 a year or
No,
12 to 15
I was saying 15 million a year.
15,000.
15,000.
Yeah.
That's not 15 million.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Even a billionaire back then.
Jeez Louise, what would 15 million in 1950 be worth today?
Pete Elliott was doing real good.
yeah. To be at Nebraska. Nebraska was overpaid for coaches back then.
Who did they hire? R.D. Rockefeller?
Yeah. They're still buying out that contract. They're still paying out of it. This guy's not even alive anymore. They're still paying it.
We've been paying out contracts for 84 years.
Since 1953. That's funny.
Yes. He agreed that Pete Elliott, this is what's funny, man. Reading back in the old newspapers, this was Orwig, who was the athletic director, Bill Orwig. He says right here, he will ask the Regents to formally approve $12,000 annual salary for Coach Elliott for a 3-year period. Elliott will have a free hand in selecting assistant coaches. And this is what he says. We were agreed that Pete Elliott was the man we wanted, Orga said. I'm mighty happy to announce his acceptance. His ability as a coach, and he's a wholesome man. He goes as quality leader, qualified leader. He comes to us as having been a great player and leader in his collegiate days, and more recently as a member of a successful coaching staff.
How about
Pete
this
Elliott.
one? On this day in 1957, Jackie Robinson retires.
That just seems crazy.
But here's why. It's because he was traded to the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
He said he wrote a letter
I'm done.
He drafted a letter to Giants owner Horace Stoneham, informing him on chock full of nuts stationery that he would be going to work for the coffee maker and ending his big league career. He said, quote, after due consideration, I have decided to request to be placed on the voluntary retired list as I am going to devote my full time to business opportunities that have been presented. Wrote Robinson in a letter dated January 5th, 1957. That is now preserved in the National Baseball Hall of Fame Museum.
That is crazy, dude.
Jeez.
That is crazy.
And said he didn't want to play for the New York Giants.
Like, I'm done.
He said, look, you're going to move me from the Dodgers to the Giants?
Not happening.
Let me just go and retire.
I'm out.
Yeah. Thanks for playing.
Not enough. Folks, we come back. We got Nebraska basketball. I'm going to just kind of get Nick's just interpretation on that win, what it means for Nebraska basketball. The AP, I believe, coaches or AP comes out today, I believe, Slim, as far as top 25 ratings. So we'll see that as well.
It's always unfortunate because it comes out about 11:30 in the morning.
Then they play at 5.
Well, no, it's 11:30. We get off the air at 11 o'clock. We don't even get to talk about it. No, it's okay.
We'll be right back, folks. It's The Drive.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to start strong, so you can give everything you've got. From plate-loaded strength equipment and functional training areas to treadmills, stair climbers, and free weights. Our equipment is best in class, and our clubs are right around the corner, so you can make this your strongest year yet. Join the club today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 9th. Are you coming? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Is your furnace ready for the cold winter? Call the pros at Bryant. No matter what make or model, Bryant will perform a thorough heating check, giving you peace of mind, or steps to ensure a warm home throughout the season. Bryant also offers free second opinion heat exchange checks. Before you spend thousands on a new furnace, let Bryant check it free. Anytime you need furnace service or repair, just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations. Big value and big flavor meet at Wings & Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings & Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
An emergency can happen any moment. Here's a few seconds to think about where you'd go. At CHI Health, we stand ready to care for any emergency. Our specialists provide expert care when you need it most and believe healing is more powerful when delivered with human kindness. When seconds matter, know CHI Health St. Elizabeth is accredited in stroke care and offers the region's only ER just for kids. Learn more at chihealth.com/St. Elizabeth Emergency.
Hey, Lincoln and the surrounding area. Yin and Yang Acupuncture and Rune Wind Healing Arts is now open at 1701 South 17th Street in Suite 3G and ready to help you improve your general health. If you're experiencing pain, headaches, or any other issues, give Yin and Yang Acupuncture a call today at 402-480-1014 to schedule your appointment. For those struggling with deep tissue pain or just need an experienced massage therapist to melt the stress away, call Rune Wind Healing Arts at 402-601-9721 and schedule your appointment now. Visit Yin and Yang Acupuncture and Rune Wind Healing Arts today in Lincoln at 1701 South 17th Street in Suite 3G.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of BJ Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostrider. Watch out! Mafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good.
It's on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back. Nebraska tips off against the Buckeyes at 5:20. The Ohio State University, 5:20 there in Columbus, Ohio.
So before we get to Columbus, though, let's talk about the vault, the Rocking Vault. Over 14,000 in that arena on Friday night. My son Keenan and his wife Maddie were there. They went on the court. He's like, Pops, yeah, we went on the court, dog.
Yeah.
It was an amazing experience for all involved. Text us in and let us know if you were able to go to that game and what was kind of your experience at the Vault on Friday night. Swim, initial thoughts on Nebraska. Again, every game they win here, I mean, every game since they were 9-0 begin to make history since the 1978-1979 season. And it's just icing on the cake, everything they're doing now. Of course, they were favored to win this game, but favored and actually doing it are two different things. Initial thoughts, Swim, on the game Friday night.
Just another test that's passed. I think, Nebraska had to win that game on Friday, making in such a unique way. They had to be able to hit the perimeter shot, which they did, and Nebraska, did so obviously with the help of Rink Mast and things like that. But ultimately, I'll say this: there was the statistic where Nebraska was 5 of 22 from 2-point line, from the 2-point field goals. And it was the lowest number of made twos in a college basketball game that somebody won against a ranked opponent. I mean, it's just crazy. But we came into the season, AD, thinking that, okay, the way Nebraska is going to win games is by shooting the lights out of the building and outscoring opponents, essentially. Their defense is legit.
It's very legit.
It is so good. And that is what I think. Husker fans can correct me if I'm wrong on the text line, 402-464-5685. When we talk about stability and sustaining success over the course of a season or over the course of multiple years, I think that Husker fans feel like having a solid defense is more sustainable than relying on your offense. And I think that's what gives a lot of Husker fans hope and excitement for what the future is to come, not only just the rest of this season, but going forward, because they feel like the defense is always going to show up. And if you have defense, you have a chance to win every game.
So we talked about, outscoring teams and defense. And the defense, as you mentioned, carried the night. Both teams shot under 35%. Nebraska was just 24% in the second half.
Yeah.
The difference was defense. Now, check out this stat. Michigan State was held to a season-low 56 points. But, Swim, here is the thing about that amoeba suffocating defense that Nebraska has been showing all year. They forced 19 turnovers. 19. Only 7 were steals, Swim. Yeah. Only 7. The other 12 were pressure-induced mistakes. Twice, almost back-to-back, the guy's foot was on the line. If you remember that, they just not
That's
awareness.
Right. There was a stretch they had 4 consecutive possessions where they turned them over.
Yes,
in crucial moments.
And
we used to see that from Nebraska.
Exactly.
It's like everything. It's like we're in topsy-turvy world. Anyway,
and they were very uncharacteristic of a Tom Izzo coach team, Swim.
Yeah.
The defensive one steals or something, but the lack of court awareness because of Swim, the defense. There was so much pressure. There were times literally where their floor generals did not know they were out of bounds or fielding the ball out of bounds or stepping out of bounds. And when you bring the type of intense defense Nebraska brought them for 48 minutes, for that 30 minutes, where you want to put it for that, 40 minutes, it was just weird to see a Tom Izzo team be that out of sorts. Because usually, to your point, Nick, the shoe is on the other foot. That's usually Nebraska showed those tendencies to, the unforced turnovers, doing it at the most crucial moments of the game. But the stat that sticks out, man, is that to hold them under 56 points, season low, 19 turnovers, but only 7 were steals. The other 12, think about what I said, Swim. The other 12, and we're talking about Michigan State. The other 12 were just miscues because of pressure.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Michigan State's also a team that over the course of the season, when they've had more, a larger number of turnovers, they've been able to still win some basketball games. You look back, so the 19 turnovers that Nebraska forced was the high on the season for Michigan State. This is a team that averages about 12, maybe on the low side now, if you take away the 19 that Nebraska had, they came into the game averaging 11 turnovers per game. So you're talking about Nebraska forced 8 above their average.
Against Michigan State.
But here's the other part is in the other games that they had a lot of turnovers, right? Was against Penn State. They had 16. They still won the game on the road by 4 against Penn State. The game that they lost against Duke, because they came in with one loss, obviously, against the Duke Blue Devils, they lost the game back on December 6th. They lost it 66-60. Just 5 turnovers in the game. So that's one of those games where you look at and go, just look on the paper and you say, okay, they did everything they kind of needed to do. They just ran into a good team. And Duke, that wasn't the case against Nebraska.
No.
They still were in the game with 19 turnovers. This is a really good Michigan State team, I think. Earlier in the year, they beat Kentucky 83-66 on a neutral site with having 12 turnovers. They beat Arkansas by 3 earlier in the year, having 14 turnovers. This is a team that has had double-digit turnovers time and time again and still finds ways to be competent and blue blood basketball teams, if you will. But then here comes Nebraska. Nebraska forces 19 turnovers. They hold them to 34% from the field. And they hold them to 31% from the 2-point field goal percentage. And AD, they lose 58-56. The lowest number, let me go through real quick here. The lowest number of points that they had scored was the 60 against Duke. Other than that, the lowest number of points that they scored was 74, against North Carolina. In a game they won 74-58 against North Carolina. Was 76. You held them 4 under their season low already. But if you go past Duke, you held them 20 under their second lowest scoring performance this season.
Nick, the numbers are startling. And now this is not a one-off for Nebraska. This is 14 games we're in to where we've got a snapshot of a body of work. We have the receipts for close games, ugly games, blowout games, ranked teams, unranked teams, slow starts, fiery finishes. They've showed us pretty much the whole gamut of what they can do. And you mentioned this earlier as we talked about the women. The men have showed us they are battle-tested. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at the most crucial times, they're no longer making crucial mistakes. They value the basketball so much so they're going to do their best to steal it from you, make you uncomfortable with the possession to where it turns it back over to them.
How about this? How about the difference here? Nebraska, off the top of your head, AD, do you have any gander or any guess what Nebraska, how many turnovers per game they are averaging as a team?
How many they're committing?
We just had Michigan State said they're at 12.7.
I would say Nebraska's about 4.
Not that good.
8?
Yeah. 9.4.
Okay.
9, which is good for 13th in the country. 13th in the country.
Nick, in years past,
they are
Nebraska would
forcing
average 16 or 17 turnovers.
They are forcing 13 a game.
Wow.
Nebraska is 12th in the country in fouls committed per game. Nebraska is only averaging 14 committed fouls per game. It is crazy to see some of this stuff.
A few things I want to ask you, Slim. This is something to where I know he meant it in jest and lightly. By as loud as the arena was, though, it showed you Nebraska fans took it to heart and said, okay, as Coach Izzo, and I love Izzo, man. He goes, in Nebraska having not a lot else to do in Nebraska, and he was meant it lightly, obviously. Husker Nation took it personally, how loud it was, etc. And plus, I've been to Lansing. Have you been to Lansing before, Swim?
I have not.
Been to Lansing a few times. Nice town. But we double the size of Lansing. But I granted, they're not far from Detroit, hour and a half, give or take, whatever's from Detroit. But it's like, man, there's a lot to do in Lansing, Michigan. Nebraska, Lincoln is twice the size of Lansing. So I thought that was funny, but Izzo gave so much praise to Nebraska after that game, in particular, the hard work of Sam Hoiberg being the spark plug. Nick,
AD, here's this crazy part. So this is per player per game averages of turnovers per game. Not to dwell on this point.
No, I think it's worth dwelling on.
But here's what's crazy. So I'm gonna take Oogie's stat line out since he's only played in one game. He's averaging 2 turnovers per game, but he's only played in 1 game. Rink Mass leads the team in turnovers committed at 2.1, but he's also playing 28.5 minutes a game. But here are your other averages of turnovers per game per player. Price Sanford, 0.6. Braden Frager, 0.9. Sam Hoiberg, how about this one? 0.6. Jared Garcia, 0.5. Cale Jacobson, 0.6. Those are all guys that play meaningful minutes for you. Maybe not so much Jared Garcia, but everybody else is playing over 19 minutes a game and averaging less than 1 turnover a game.
Some little breaking news here, man.
Yeah, I did see this.
Did you see this?
Yeah.
It's been NFL news. We'll talk about it more tomorrow, but the Raiders break relationship with Pete Carroll, no longer the coach of the Oakland Raiders. It just popped up, so I figured, might as well just talk about it. But we'll talk about that another time tomorrow because there'll be more coming as well. So Pete Carroll is no longer the head coach, per ESPN, of the Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders. Swim, also, man, I'm going to tell you this. We segue back into basketball real quick. Another thing I noticed was Coach Hoiberg's composure. And what I mean by that, he praised his team's calm when he told him Michigan State's going to make a run. Nebraska showed a lot of composure there because they adjusted defensively. They switched more. And Nick, here's one thing that blows me away about this defense. And I was talking to a few other guys about this. Have you noticed this year how fluidly and how seamlessly they switch and communicate on defense?
I just think it's playing together. I mean, you look at the team that's been able to bring brought back. Yes, Jamarcus Lawrence is new, and so is Price Sanford. But other than that, you look at having Rink, I think, back on the floor, Sam, and especially when a guy like Cale Jacobson is out there, that they're able to the chemistry is so much better than what we've seen in past years. I'm starting to sense a shift in Husker fans.
Explain.
People are making plans to watch Husker basketball.
Yeah, it's destination TV
like
now.
it is, and we've started to see this shift over the last couple of weeks as Nebraska continues to prove that they are a for real basketball team, if you will. But it's one of those things to where, I mean, there are. I think in group chats, like I just think about this, like, hey, where are we watching the Husker basketball game tonight?
Okay, that seems.
It is.
Where are we watching the Husker basketball game tonight?
Like, it's like, what are we doing for
totally
what are we doing for Husker hoops? Like, what? And not. I don't think this is just with me. Like, this is just the case with everything. I think that it's people are intentionally taking time and making time to watch Nebraska basketball. And not that wasn't the case before, but it was so much more of a, hey, we'll go do our thing, but we have this on in the background. Or, hey, we are aware that they're playing and I might catch the second half if they're in a game. That's just not the case. So, it is you have fans locked in from tip-off to the final horn.
Yeah. In the past few games, well, with the exception of New Hampshire, but those games have gone down to that last horn as far as obviously the Illinois game. And then at halftime, obviously the game was still in question. You know, on the scoreboard, you know, in your heart, you figure they take care of business against New Hampshire, but that one against Michigan State and the score, and I think it was like 30 something at halftime. I'm not sure exactly what that score was, but it shows you how much the defenses on both squads were aggressive that night. Here's a key stat. Nebraska was 0-25 under Hoiberg when scoring fewer than 60 points until the other night. 0-25.
What a stat.
That jumped when I was kind of researching this morning yesterday morning. I was like, whoa, what? 0-25 under Fred when scoring fewer than 60 points.
Nebraska is allowing on average per game 64 points a game.
It's
so then it's the question of, do you trust Nebraska to score over 66 a game? I do a lot.
Yeah.
Nebraska's averaging right now 81.7.
Yeah. And you know what, Nick? And they've shown when they don't.
You can be below average and still score more than 66.
Yeah, and they're showing right now. We've got a good body of work now at 14 games. Yeah. Because you remember when we were 7-0, I was like, I wasn't buying in. At 14-0, in the way they've beat, and you know what, Swim, think about it. If they were just blowing out teams, I would still have some reservation a little bit. I'm like, okay, but have they been tested? This team has been tested. And I really think, Swim, the Illinois game was huge from a psychological standpoint.
Yeah.
We can go in tough environments, very tough environments, and we can win.
So here is where Nebraska's at right now. Hold on, let me go ahead and count through these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 remaining regular season games.
Mm-hmm.
Bart Torvik, who is once again the bracketologist, has a lot of algorithms that he computes and things like that. Nebraska's projected finished record is 24-7. I would ask you this question. In the final 17 games, can you go 11-6? Can you go? So the games that he projects Nebraska to lose are not tonight against Ohio State. He projects a 77-76 Nebraska win tonight.
Indiana Saturday,
he projects Nebraska to lose 77-72. He then projects the Huskers to win their next 4 against Oregon, Northwestern, Washington, and Minnesota. Then projects Nebraska to lose to Michigan. He projects Nebraska to lose at home against Illinois. He projects Nebraska to win against Rutgers, lose against Purdue, win against Northwestern, lose against Iowa. Then wins against Penn State, Maryland, and USC. And then a loss against UCLA before finishing off with a win against Iowa. Here is where I would say, though, there is a lot of what we would call in football coin flip games.
There's a lot of them.
Where according to the projections, he has Illinois beating Nebraska at home by 1. Can you flip that one? I think you can. He has Purdue beating Nebraska at home by 2. Can you flip that one? I think you can. He has Nebraska losing at home against you, at home or on the road at UCLA by 1. Can you flip that one? Even if you flip 2 of those 4, we're talking about a 26-5 instead of 24-7. So there is AD. There is so much for Nebraska to play for.
Yes, indeed.
So much for Nebraska to play for. They're 14-0, 3-0 in the conference. And 13-7 would have gotten you a bye in the first round of the Big Ten tournament, by the way.
You know, the thing that I like about the squad, and I think we've got some sound bites. Maybe we can play. Maybe not. Maybe we don't have any sound bites. We don't. But nevertheless, I like the way that this team under Fred, they're playing with his same demeanor in that we're only focused about the next game.
Yeah.
We're only focused about the next game. Because when you start, and this, women, all of our listeners are very astute fans, and you know this as well. You start now, it's always great for us to, just to surmise and, kind of look at the horizon, what's ahead and what the possibilities are. Because that's fun to think about that, the kind of the stargazing, if you would. But that team, the thing I like about them is even, that rank, and Jamarcus said on podium, hey, you know what? We appreciate the fan support, but, no more court storming. We were expected to win this game.
Yeah.
And I like how that quiet but strong confidence of Fred, you see that being the DNA of the players as well. They're taking it one game at a time and saying, we got to think in game-tight compartments. That is it.
So let's just say hypothetically, Torvik's right, and Nebraska finishes 13-7 in the conference. Going off of the standings from last season, they would finish 4th in the conference, which Nebraska last year finished 21-14 and 7-13 in the Big Ten Conference. What if at the end of last season we said, hey, don't worry, Husker fans. Next season, that conference record, instead of 7 wins and 13 losses, it's going to be flipped. 13-7.
Crazy. Well,
12 game swap.
You know what, Swim, what it shows you, we'll get in this, we'll talk a little bit more on the other side. I want to read. It shows you how Fred and company realize, I'm going to maximize what I have.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring in to make sure the pieces fit, evaluated. The evaluations are, do our best to evaluate what's a good fit. And it's you can't deny that him and his team and his coaching staff have done a good job with that. Real quick before we go to break, unknown texter 2690. Good morning. Goes defense travels and their ability to shoot the 3 and then work inside of the 3 isn't falling. complimentary basketball. Totally agree with you, brother. Rich says right here, the Frager technical out. Throw the technical out, and we win by 6. You're exactly right on that. Brian says, what is your guys' thoughts on tonight's game, which we'll talk about at Ohio State? I have a nervous gut feeling with quick turnaround, travel fatigue. Brian, you bet Thunder Not Collins says, I left my house at halftime, go for a ruck, and streamed the second half so I could listen to Kent Pavelka's call of the game. My brother was there excited, started texting me after the tee on Frager, and that's when I realized the internet was 2 minutes behind real time. I knew it was over before I could hear KP say, move over for daddy, move over for daddy, talking about Nebraska. Another great moment by our great friend, great broadcaster, the Hall of Fame legend, Kent Pavelka. Folks, we'll be back to discuss some more basketball, but also what we have found out, which you've probably found out too in the transfer portal now. What's in, who's out. We'll discuss when we come back. It's The Drive.
An emergency can happen any moment. Here's a few seconds to think about where you'd go. At CHI Health, we stand ready to care for any emergency. Our specialists provide expert care when you need it most and believe healing is more powerful when delivered with human kindness. When seconds matter, know CHI Health St. Elizabeth is accredited in stroke care and offers the region's only ER just for kids. Learn more at chihealth.com/St. Elizabeth Emergency.
Is your furnace ready for the cold winter? Call the pros at Bryant. No matter what make or model, Bryant will perform a thorough heating check, giving you peace of mind, or steps to ensure a warm home throughout the season. Bryant also offers free second opinion heat exchange checks. Before you spend thousands on a new furnace, let Bryant check it free. Anytime you need furnace service or repair, just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see increasing clouds throughout the day and light winds. The afternoon high near 56. Tonight, mainly clear skies and light winds, low around 34. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies with a light breeze and an afternoon high returning to 56. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Hi, I'm Scott Miller, Business Development Officer at Midwest Bank's Lincoln branches. As a lifelong Lincolnite with over 30 years of experience in financial management, I'm here to help your business grow and succeed. My focus is building strong relationships with businesses and clients across Lincoln. Because at Midwest Bank, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. Visit us at midwest.bank or stop by one of our Lincoln locations. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Hey, Lincoln and the surrounding area. Yin and Yang Acupuncture and Rune Wind Healing Arts is now open at 1701 South 17th Street in Suite 3G and ready to help you improve your general health. If you're experiencing pain, headaches, or any other issues, give Yin and Yang Acupuncture a call today at 402-480-1014 to schedule your appointment. For those struggling with deep tissue pain or just need an experienced massage therapist to melt the stress away, call Rune Wind Healing Arts at 402-601-9721 and schedule your appointment now. Visit Yin and Yang Acupuncture and Rune Wind Healing Arts today in Lincoln at 1701 South 17th Street in Suite 3G.
A new year means it's time to try new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For the days you don't want to go to the gym, don't worry. Führer's cheese spread is there to cheer you up. And for the days you do get to the gym, why not celebrate when you get back with the best dip around? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table. For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
The time is now. Lincoln Marathon and Half Marathon registration is now open, and prices are rising. The sooner you sign up, the less you pay. Set the goal, start training. Register now at lincolnmarathon.org. Race day is May 3rd.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's got about 24 minutes left with all you fantastic riders. Appreciate you again. Happy 2026 again. We are 5 days into this new year, day 5 of 365. You know, Jeff talked about resolutions and things of that nature. If you're a resolutioner or not a resolutioner, you know, stick to the things you want to change. You know, this week, obviously, we had Jeff in it. And Wednesday's swim, I got another guest that's coming in. A buddy of mine. He's from a partner in a major law firm up in Omaha.
Nice.
Talking about some healthy lifestyle changes he's made to himself that have been monumental. So I'm really huge, as you all know. Me and Nick both are big on the mental health, physical health. If we just talk sports, we also like to talk about the mind as well in the body. So our guest on Wednesday is going to be an outstanding guest at 9 o'clock. The only bad thing is, Swim, his undergrad was at Iowa.
That is a problem.
He is a diehard Iowa fan.
That's a big problem.
Yeah, and we'll discuss that with him.
That's okay. You wear that jersey, you might fit in with the color scheme.
No, I will not wear this Wednesday. I don't want anybody mistaking this as an Iowa jersey at all. So even when I watch Iowa play, I'm always kind of not torn for like loyalty, but it's like, whoa, how do they have the Steelers colors? It just bothers me. Apparently, though, he told me a good story. I'm going to save it for him to share it.
I hate when you do this.
I'm gonna, for all of our listeners, I'll tell you off air, but the listeners, you got to find this out.
No, it's not fair to me. I'm gonna defend our listeners. I will not listen to the story off air.
I won't tell you the story.
Yeah, you won't tell me off air. I find out when all the listeners find
out. Thunder Knock Collins, I want to read this. This is good stuff, man. He goes, tell me if I'm crazy here. However, at under 8 timeout, it felt like MSU was hanging on for dear life. It was a weird feeling. And maybe it's a bit of misplaced confidence, Nebraska. Ooh. However, just watching the first half and listening to the second, it felt like we were never in danger of losing the game.
Oh, I think we were in danger. I would say you're in danger. There was a moment where Michigan State was up by 3, and Rink hit that massive 3-pointer from the right wing.
Because he had been quiet for a while, too.
Yeah, Rink didn't score in the second half. Yeah. There was, and here's the deal: the officiating was not good. The foul call at the end of the game was disappointing. But hey, Husker fans, PVA, they did their job, and they made that place a little bit of a ruckus.
Yes, they did,
and it all works out. So man, it was crazy. I just the Haymarket, the rail yard on Friday night. It was once again. It felt like a Husker football victory, and that tells me everything I need to know about where this fan base is on the team.
So the thing about Fred, before we hop into the portal news, you always knew he was well respected around the league, around the nation as far as that goes. People always have great things to say about Fred. It just feels good to see a good guy get some success. You know what I'm saying? Well, and I'm not saying he hasn't had success before, because he has. I mean, Iowa State, he's the mayor.
He's building this thing. He's building Nebraska the last 3 years, AD, very similar to how he built Iowa State.
Yeah.
And that is what I think makes me very excited. I also, there's a little bit of, I will say this, because it's not shocking. Nebraska, in terms of Trey on our text line, like way at the start of the show, I think, Let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. It was Trey Earps. Here it is. Will be interesting to see how this season affects recruiting going forward for basketball. I think that there's a lot of just curiosity about what this upcoming offseason looks like for Husker Hoops. Not only in the amount of talent they're able to get, but they're going to be missed. They're unfortunately, Nebraska's going to be moving on from a lot of pieces. Kale, Sam, Rink. They're going to be moving on from a lot of pieces, and it's how can you, supplement your roster, number one, but also number two, do you have the resources to do it?
Right.
And I don't know how after this season there can be no. Like I don't.
And you're saying regard having any financial
yes,
issues?
having any financial restrictions.
I don't think there will be.
You have other programs that get told no, never. That never get told no, and are doing a fraction in terms of the results as what Fred Hoiberg and the Husker men's basketball team is doing. If winning is the priority, there's one team right now, that's playing right now, that is doing it better than everybody. So I hope that Fred Hoiberg, for the first time in his time at Nebraska, this offseason has zero financial restrictions. So
I'm excited to see it. Excited again
because I'm not concerned with them overpaying.
No,
or
they
misidentifying.
Won't. Yeah, they've this year's roster, and if you take away again, I've mentioned this before you have as well. You obviously this means neither here or there now, but if you put it in Rink, doesn't get hurt last year, you wonder what that season would have turned out with Gary and oh my goodness, Gary and Williams, not
Bryce Williams.
Bryce Williams.
Yeah, Bryce.
So it would have been interesting. But nevertheless, they're 14-0. They take on Ohio State tonight at 5:20. In football news, a little bit slim. Like I said, there's we all know at this point, for the most part, that Nebraska's got their quarterback out of the portal. As far as Kenny Minchie out of Notre Dame, 2 years of eligibility left. Former 4-star recruit, mobile. It says efficient passer. The things we've seen on there, compete immediately for that starting job. Nick, initial thoughts on Kenny Minchie coming in from Notre Dame to Nebraska?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of tells you the direction Nebraska wants to go. It's gonna be a quarterback battle next year. I struggle to think, that Nebraska goes out and gets a quarterback and he's not the starter next season. But we'll allow them to play out the competition as it is. So I think, but I do think Kenny Minchie is a pretty good pickup. I don't know any of the financials on it. I don't know what Nebraska had to pay. We know that obviously a large amount of their budget was being used on Dylan Raiola. And now that that's alleviated, you hope that Nebraska can go out and potentially get some other guys and some other, playmakers around the quarterback. I don't think, I will say this, I don't think we are done hearing from players currently on Nebraska's roster that from transferring. I think we're going to hear a couple of more over the course of the next couple of days. I think there's a lot of guys that are fielding calls and having an idea of, okay, what are my options, price points wise, and things like that. And so we know Nebraska, Keona Davis enters the portal. A couple of reserve offensive linemen have entered the portal. I think if you're Nebraska, talking about guys that you can bring in addition to Kenny Minchie, I think you feel really good about where Nebraska's at with the San Diego State transfer and Owen Chambliss. You were getting ready to host a Washington defensive lineman, Bryce Butler, or later today. He, in turn, though, before he could get to campus, commits to Texas Tech. And so when it's all said and done, this is going to be a big couple of days here for Nebraska. These things are going to move quick. And in addition to Kenny Minchie, you kind of wonder and you hope that Nebraska can get some more playmakers in addition to Owen Chambliss, if that one becomes public and available and official, I should say. And so you hope that Nebraska continues to bring some guys in because they got a lot to replace.
There's a number of offensive linemen swim as well that are set to visit Nebraska as well. The guys that are out, just kind of an update as of right now, obviously Tristan Albano, kicker, 2 years left. Marcos Davila, quarterback, had 3 years left. He's leaving as well. Roger Gradney made it known, linebacker, 4 years left. Malcolm Hartzog, of course, 1 year left. Maverick Noonan announced. Preston Okafor, defensive back. Jamarian Parker, he let us know quite a while now, running back, 4 years. Of course, Raiola, 2 years left. and Caden Vermas, safety, 4 years left as well. Yeah. And Keona Davis made it known over the weekend, I think that was yesterday, that he was going to be hitting the portal as well. So, again, this is the fluidity of the situation. There's 11 more days of it. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of things you'll see come out and in. Me and Nick, along with the rest of the show hosts on the various shows today, will give you the best information they have at hand. And the key word, at hand. We will give you the best information we have at hand because it's such a crazy, crazy time, and there's so many in the portal. So we'll do our best to keep abreast of that, to give you the best information we have along with the radio hosts on the other shows as well. Folks, we'll be right back with the AD Attitude Adjustment. In the closing, it's The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Nutrition Authority invites you to check out the top-selling Epic Effects. Epic Effects is designed to help blast body fat, curb cravings, and provide smooth energy so you can cruise through the day. Home of free samples and better-than-internet pricing, Epic Effects can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
An emergency can happen any moment. Here's a few seconds to think about where you'd go. At CHI Health, we stand ready to care for any emergency. Our specialists provide expert care when you need it most and believe healing is more powerful when delivered with human kindness. When seconds matter, know CHI Health St. Elizabeth is accredited in stroke care and offers the region's only ER just for kids. Learn more at chihealth.com/St. Elizabeth Emergency.
A membership with John Henry's will fast-track you to front-of-the-line service, seasonal tune-ups, and far fewer unexpected moments. That means no breakdowns, no waiting on a call, and no nonsense. It's consistent care that prevents small issues from turning into big bills. Join the Comfort Club and get VIP treatment 365 days a year with 24-hour priority response, member-only discounts, and peace of mind on your home's most expensive systems. Call John Henry's.
John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
The time is now. Lincoln Marathon and Half Marathon registration is now open, and prices are rising. The sooner you sign up, the less you pay. Set the goal, start training. Register now at lincolnmarathon.org. Race day is May 3rd.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
A new season, a home crowd, a fresh start. Love Nebraska opens its 2026 home schedule on Sunday, January 11th at Baxter Arena, hosting Love Houston in the home opener. First serve is set for 3 p.m., and the excitement starts the moment the doors open. Don't miss the chance to see elite professional volleyball featuring Olympians, All-Americans, national champions, and more as the season officially gets underway. It's opening night, Nebraska. Be there. Get tickets now at lovbneb.com/tickets.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to start strong, so you can give everything you've got. From plate-loaded strength equipment and functional training areas to treadmills, stair climbers, and free weights. Our equipment is best in class, and our clubs are right around the corner, so you can make this your strongest year yet. Join the club today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 9th. Are you coming? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, hope that if it's your first day back in the office or back with the grind, whatever you may be doing, hope it's been a smooth morning for you so far. No, man. I posted on my IG story a picture of Carlton from a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air skit, from one of their shows. He's sliding on his knees, saying, no. A lot of folks are back at work today. I saw a lot of Christmas lights coming down throughout the neighborhood yesterday, Swim. How about you in your area?
Oh, everything's put away.
Everything's
put away. The decorations are in boxes, and the walls look bare.
It does,
but it's okay. It's okay.
Are you glad to have routine back?
Very, yeah, very glad.
You're not used to staying up for 36 hours.
I hated that. Yeah.
So it's like, no more of those day and a half all up all night stuff.
I'm good.
Even as you sit in your room, you were
I was thinking about it.
Yawning.
I was thinking about it. No, I'm good. I was falling asleep watching what was the Miami Ohio State game? Jake and I was falling asleep watching it.
Oh man.
So
this week, obviously, we got the playoffs. We'll continue on both Thursday night and Friday. Great games. We'll discuss those throughout the week. A lot happening there. Of course, the crazy transfer portal. We'll be keeping you up to date. It's just like things are happening quickly. Folks, as far as the AD attitude adjustment today, I just want to share this. Right now, as Jeff mentioned, it's January 5th, day 5 of 365. 5 days already down. Regardless of what you set your mind to, if you've set resolutions, great. If you've just set goals or just some things you want to change, that's great. And I'm right with you. I got some things I'd like to do that I'm going to do that I've had to change some habits and behaviors to do that. Here's my thing to you. If you slip and fall, get back up. So often people will fall and say, well, I've already missed a day. I've already missed 2 days. Well, start again. Start again. If I can say anything to you throughout this year, start again. Folks, all of us are only where we're at today because we started again in some capacity in our lives. Just start again. So regardless of what that thing may be, don't be the main reason why you don't succeed in that endeavor because of you. Because you said, well, I've already missed this. I've already done that. Well, you just begin again. And you do it again and again and again. Every day, just simply begin again. It's not a resolution if you don't have the resolve to keep it. Fall on your face, dust yourself off, and get back up. Folks, it's been a great show for me and my man Swim. Got one-on-one with DP coming up next. They'll obviously be talking about portal news and things in sports as well all throughout the day. Stick to this dial. Do not change it. It's The Drive. Me and my man Swim will talk to you tomorrow.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
An emergency can happen any moment. Here's a few seconds to think about where you'd go. At CHI Health, we stand ready to care for any emergency. Our specialists provide expert care when you need it most and believe healing is more powerful when delivered with human kindness. When seconds matter, know CHI Health St. Elizabeth is accredited in stroke care and offers the region's only ER just for kids. Learn more at chihealth.com/St. Elizabeth Emergency.
A new season, a home crowd, a fresh start. Love Nebraska opens its 2026 home schedule on Sunday, January 11th at Baxter Arena, hosting Love Houston in the home opener. First serve is set for 3 p.m., and the excitement starts the moment the doors open. Don't miss the chance to see elite professional volleyball featuring Olympians, All-Americans, national champions, and more as the season officially gets underway. It's opening night, Nebraska. Be there. Get tickets now at lovneb.com/tickets.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your